And here we are coming into the little town of Peten. And there it is down there. You can even see the Catholic Church from here. Que bonito. Rob says in the distance those are the mountains of Salvador, El Salvador. ¿Verdad, Roberto?
That's right.
Okay. We're off.
Driving through Honduras, you see all sorts of interesting sights. There's a huge, gigantic mansion, or mountain, and you've got a whole bunch of cattle up there. And then you see beautiful sights like this. Building bigger ones and bigger ones. This is pretty. Say hello, darling. And deep in the jungles of Guatemala, we stumbled upon dun 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 the Mayan Asian temple. And here, somewhere behind this door, are the ancient riches of the Maya. We shall press forward and find the gold. Here we have an example of some hieroglyphs to give you an idea what the entire place looked like. Everything at one time was decorated with all of these hieroglyphs. Elaborate carvings of people, animals, and gods. This is very interesting because I've been to the Copan Indian ruins in Copan, Honduras, and they have almost the exact same layout as this. Exactly. They had jaguars and such on both sides, and coming down, all of this was filled with water. It'd be interesting to know if this was the same way, but this is what it was like in Honduras. And here it's interesting to see almost the same exact design. Of course, my wife wasn't there. I was just talking about how interesting it would be if this was filled with water, and here they're talking about the different shapes, and here they talk about the palace pool. Right here. A depression in the earth named the palace pool, formerly called the water mirror. So more than likely all this used to have water in it. And in the Copan Indian ruins, below the level of the water, they had a crocodile god. And they said they found oysters there. So maybe at one time all this was underwater. Interesting. Here's the old entrance to probably the royal city. Has a lot of carvings still. Most of the carvings here are worn away, which is strange. In the one in Honduras, you can see a lot of carvings still. Well, those are the steps probably leading straight up to the palace. This is what's called a La Ceiba tree, which we saw earlier. And I'm told there's two different kinds of ceiba trees. There's the male and the female. And I don't know which is which, but one of them has these. Looks like thorns growing off of them. This tree here is full of thorns. That's why you'll never see a monkey climbing this tree. This is probably the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Dun dun dun. But it's interesting. Adam and Eve probably didn't climb this tree, that's for sure. And our day is almost over. It's almost 3 o'clock and we've seen a lot. Huge pathways, and we're gonna go try and find a hotel. Here's some of the Indian ladies. This woman has a baby on her back, but both hands free. This is what the Guatemalan Indian people look like. Braids in the back. They can carry something on their head and a baby on their back and still have both hands free. Here we are in the museum, and they have a really interesting display of a burial. This guy died, and you can see he has all this jade carved things. And for some reason these Indians didn't use gold, they valued jade more. And jade is just a green rock. It's super hard, they even made daggers out of it. I suddenly remember Raiders of the Lost Ark when he too came upon a thing like this, and he used the amulet to find out where was the Ark of the Covenant. But this is what we just saw today, and it took us 5 hours to walk around and see everything. That's the tallest one of all, right there. Shame there's no roads like this to it. Here's the other two. We walked around and saw everything. What a fun trip. We're here staying in a hotel in Tikal. What is it called again?
A jaguar?
We found some very interesting animals and we don't know what they're called in English. But these are them and there's 3 of them. ¿Cómo se llaman los animales aquí? Sereque. They call them sereque in Spanish. Bueno, gracias. They're amazing animals. They're so beautiful. Let's get a closer look. Go up to it if you want to. Laura says they look like a huge rat with no tail. They're awesome. Well, she's managed to scare them. Here comes another one. What are they?
Same face as a rat.
They've got the same face as a rat. But they're everywhere. I've seen 4 of them here. They're all over. Are they weird or what?
Yeah, I'm not one of them.
They look a lot like rats. But they're almost like a cross between a rat, a rabbit, and a woodchuck. And a squirrel. Look how they shine. Their coat just shines. They're amazing animals. Almost like a big, huge groundhog. Here's another one. They're all around us. Hola. The natives don't seem to be bothered by them. They don't even know they're there. I guess they've seen them so much. That's amazing. These are some pretty little animals. What are they? They're getting closer. Look how they walk.
Look at all the dragonflies, honey.
Uh-huh. They're so strange in how they walk.
Honey, look, it's 3 birds up there with the yellow tails.
I can hear them.
They're toucans.
We got some really pretty birds up here too, with some pretty tails that make a pretty noise. Look at that beautiful yellow tail. And they are beautiful, beautiful. Look how they eat like a squirrel. These little animals are about the size of a dog. You can't see how big they are really, but they're about the size of a dog.
A little dog.
A tiny dog, like a little bigger than a chihuahua. And they just keep getting closer and closer. There's a good view of his rear end. Now he's hopping away. It's amazing. He locked up. And here they are, 3 of them at one time. Look at, they're fighting and they're chasing each other. They're just everywhere. I never knew such an animal existed. And there's Laura in her nice hotel with a nice pool. Beautiful place. Cheapest place on Tikal, and only $50 a night with meals included. And that's good because meals are very expensive here. There's a lot of little bungalows. A nice pool. And the grass is just so pretty. And a nice little place to sit out and eat dinner for a long day of heading home. 3. Here we are in a big huge lake called Itza in Guatemala. Beautiful place, Guatemala flag. And we decided to take the road around this lake. And we're going to go and see a little place called La Ciudad Peten Flores, which means the town of Peten Flores. And it's a big town in the middle of this lake. There's a little bridge that goes out, and it's out here someplace. So we're driving around and we're going to head out to that town in the middle. There's our road. And where we're headed is Ciudad Peten de Flores, right over there. So it's about 30 minutes, so let's go check it out. It's a city. Here we are in La Ciudad Peten de Flores. We're on the opposite bank, looking at the island city of Flores. Beautiful, beautiful city, all built up on an island. It's got the big Catholic church in the middle, and a lot of beautiful buildings. We were thinking of heading over there and scoping the place out. Okay, we're going to take a launch out to a zoo and see a bunch of jaguars and other animals. It's going to cost us 20 bucks to go out there and see it and come back. This is the guy that was nice enough to invite us to go, and he does this for a living. He's going to watch our car. So here we go. That's the place right over there. And this is where we're going. It's going to dock right up here. We're going to get off on the pier. We're going to go inside and look at all the animals in this nice, beautiful animal refuge. And there it says, Bienvenidos, welcome. Here we go, the first animal is a wild boar, and he's sleeping. They don't have any tusks, but that's a wild boar. They call it coche de monte. There's a couple more of them. I don't see any tusks, but there they are. They have them all fenced up and fenced in. Places like Alcatraz for animals on a little island, and this place is called Petencito. Pretty little animals those are. Here's a beautiful parrot in a cage called a guacamaya.
That's a guacamaya, not a macaw?
Oh, they call them macaws in other places, but here in Guatemala it's called a guacamaya. And there we have some parrots. They're called Loro Frente Azul is what they call them. Scientific name, Amazona farinosa. And they speak, but you can't hear them now. They say, hola, hola. Here they are. And we're just commenting on the other side over there. These people look like this, like the paintings of all the Mayan women. Look just like them. And undoubtedly their ancestors, the Mayans. And here we have the National Geographic on assignment ants of Guatemala.
It's just like that MacGyver show.
These ants are coming together, and they're carrying off food someplace.
Did you see that episode?
Mm-mm. And here they go, carrying their food.
It's the birds' food.
Now the neat thing is, these birds over here are walking around and just grabbing the food that the ants are taking, and just eating it like a free meal. It's like the ants are working for them.
Say hi, honey.
Hi.
Love you.
Love you too. Here we got a big crocodile.
Sleepy one.
He looks like he wants to stay in bed.
Sure he's even alive?
Yep, he's definitely alive
Can
in
you see
there.
him breathing?
Look at those teeth. He looks like a dinosaur, doesn't he?
Let's throw something in there.
And there he is. Great crocodile, still asleep. Sign says they use their skin for boots and other commercial goods. And here we are, about to walk across the bridge to go to the other side to look at the jaguars and other animals. And there's some Guatemalan Indian women. It must have been 15 persons maximum for the bridge. Thank you. Beautiful bridge. And there's the launch we came in on, and he's ready to take us back whenever we're done looking. Say hello, Laura.
Hello.
Here's the city of Peten, Flores in the distance. And we're right here in the middle of the bridge. And we're about to go on the other side.
That's the city of flowers, right?
Here's a very strange bird. Got a big yellow hump on its beak. But it sure is pretty. No, it says it's not, but it is. Here's another one. It looks almost like a cross between a turkey and a parrot. Strange looking bird. Here's a couple of little ones sitting down. You can get an idea. Underneath looks like a turkey. But they're so black, they look almost like a buzzard. Here we got another crocodile. Big body. And off in the distance, yet another one. Laura said that one of them winked at her. We've got raccoons here too.
Yeah,
Look.
they belong in a zoo.
Yeah, look just like in the States. Sure thieves with their little mask on their face. Raccoons. They're called mapache in Spanish. These are called microleón. We don't even have a clue what they are because they won't wake up and come look. They got a long tail and they look like the body of a lion. They look pretty. I don't know if they're lemur or what. There are the leopard spots. They're just like a leopard anyway. They're jaguars. They look like cats. They're beautiful.
Looks like just like Kitty.
There's two. The thing about this place, everybody's asleep. Maybe they don't feed them. I don't know, but they're beautiful. And those are what the ancient Mayans worshipped and adored, jaguars. Beautiful. We should wake up. Let's see the black spots. Same thing Nimrod used. And the same thing that the Mayan priest used as well. There's another one. They're not very long. They're long, but they're not very big. That one's asleep too. Wish they'd wake up. They have the back side of a leopard and the front side of a cat. Jaguars are beautiful. Okay, we thought that other thing was a jaguar. In Spanish they're called tigrillos. They told us that the jaguars are through here, so let's see what we can find. We're going around looking for the jaguars here. Supposedly they're up this way somewhere. See if we can find them. It's called Golgotha, the place of the skull. And here we are in Jerusalem at Jesus' tomb. No, that's neat.
Can you see something inside there?
Nothing inside there. Just a cage. I don't see anything in it. Somebody home? Nadie.
No.
We found the real jaguar, but man, like everything else, he's asleep. Way up there. It's like a lion almost, or a tiger.
Arriba.
And he's asleep. Está dormido. Oh, there he is again. People are yelling, "Hey cat," trying to wake him up. But he's asleep. He looks just like the guy on the cheetah box.
Honey, what's this?
He's starting to awake. Maybe he'll move.
Honey, look at that.
Dígame otra vez, ¿cómo se llama monkey?
El mono se llama mico.
O mico. El otro no puedo decir. ¿Otra vez?
¿Cuál?
¿La primera vez que dijo?
Escoyac.
Ish. Y la otra, monkey o mono, ¿cómo se llama? Koi, ¿cómo lo haces? Koi. That's how they say in their language, monkey. Hay bastante
And
mono.
what language is that, honey?
¿Se llama otra vez su idioma?
Ay,
¿Su idioma que habla?
mi idioma es cachiquel.
That's the name of their language that they speak here in Guatemala. Bueno, gracias. Monkey swinging around.
They look like they're having fun.
There's a crazy monkey hanging by his tail. What a long tail it is. They're everywhere, and all different kinds of monkeys. Hey, I got your hand. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see ya. Yeah. These are lemurs like we saw the other day, wild. But these are in captivity. And you can tell they don't like it. They want to get out. They're looking for the door, it looks like. Little lemur. Here's the deer. You can barely see it. Let me zoom in on him. Pretty good looking deer with antlers.
It's Bambi.
There he goes. They almost look like rodents, and they eat the leaves, and as well as the they eat the leaves and the roots. Well, we're tired and we're ready to go, but by far the coolest was the jaguar. If only he would get up and walk around and we could see him. But he's sleeping. Doesn't seem like he wants to wake up. At least we got to see a part of him. And one more shot, you can see a little bit more. Spots just like a leopard. And here we go, we're on our way back. Off in the distance, the beautiful little town. And we just saw a bunch of animals. Except our tour guide got raptured. And we can't go back. No, he's gonna be here. That's what it looks like in a boat heading toward the truck. Here we are in our favorite little hotel in Guatemala. It's a tourist center and they've got really nice rooms and they've got monkeys. That's not all, they've also got all other kind of animals. And we're gonna go take a look at them here in a minute. And here you can get an idea of what they've got. Here we are outside our hotel room and we found this beautiful butterfly. Strange looking thing. Like a big eyeball on it, and there's its really weird eyes. Big butterfly. Our hotel has a little zoo, and all outside there's all different kinds of animals. Let's go look at the lion. Okay, we haven't gone to the lions yet. First we got sidetracked by the coolest plant on the planet. It's called dormilon, which means sleeper. And you touch the leaves and the leaves fall asleep. See them? They just fall asleep. She's touching them, and look how they just fall asleep. That's just cool. We've seen so much neat wildlife and plants here. And we're sidetracked again because the deer came up to us. Hello, deer. Let's see if Laura can touch him. Look at that. She touched the deer. He let her pet him. Huh, that's funny. Now, honey, you can't pet the lions. Okay. The idea in this park is eventually when they get it all finished, is they're going to have a ride, and then people are going to ride in little cars underneath these arcs, and they'll go right by the zoo and they'll see everything. And right here we have a lion. Let's go take a look at the lion, see what he looks like. Okay, Laura, don't pet the lion.
Okay, baby.
That wouldn't be good. He looks tired, like he wants to just go to sleep. Hey! Hello! And back in the rest of the cage are the other two. You can barely see. Looks like a male and a female, or maybe two females. That's the lions. They are big. Look at his mouth. It looks like he wants to play, but man, does he have a big mouth. He could bite your arm off in one place. And boy, does he stink. Wow.
Yeah, he's stinky.
He's a smelly lion. And Laura is playing with the lions. She's running the lions. If we ever quit being missionaries, she's going to apply at Ringland Brothers as a lion tamer. But she's playing with them. Oh, and then she fell down and broke her neck. No, here we go. They're playing. I'd hate to try and run away from one of those things in the wild because they look like they'd catch you. Okay. Yeah. Now she's got all three of them in on it. Here we have an unidentified animal. It looks like some kind of an anteater, but God only knows what it is. It's got the body of a hippo, and it's got a big long nose. And they told us the name in Spanish, but that doesn't help us. We want the name in English. So whatever it is, it sure is ugly. See its mouth? Hey! It's a weird looking animal. Look at that nose. And it can make it go longer or shorter. And here comes the ostrich. Look at the way that thing walks. He's coming right up to me. Last time Laura fed him something. Let's see if we can feed him some grass or something. Here comes the ostrich. Hello, ostrich. Laura's trying to give him something. Look at him. He just gulped it down. That's the ostrich. Huh. Interesting. Here's the llama. Nothing spectacular. Look at his head. They say they spit at you, and that's the last thing you want. It's like a cross between a goat and a horse. A llama. We found some more deer, and they let you pet them. This little deer here wants me to pet him. Hey, buddy. It's a nice one. And there's Bambi. Here are some more monkeys. This is the last cage. It's full of monkeys, and it's full of, whatchamacallem, parrots we call them, but another name is guaymacas. This is the trademark monkey of the place. On all their brochures they always have a picture of this guy. Looks like an old man in the face. Laura's playing with him, giving him a cracker. Hey buddy, look at us. Doesn't he look like an old man's face? Hi Bob. Hey, what happened? Did you drop a cracker? Eat it. Yeah, eat it, Bob. And here's what do they call that baby? Macaw?
Macaw.
Macaw in English. In Spanish they call it a guayamaca or a guayamura. I can't remember which. They're pretty. Long tail feathers. Beautiful colors.
He's trying to break it.
And a couple of the monkeys have managed to actually get out. And they let them run around. They don't seem to care too much that they get out. Here he is on their side of the fence.
And what did you have on your other cracker?
And here are some wild lemurs. Well, not wild, these are tame. But these are what we saw the other day, walking across the path. Lemurs. They're almost like raccoons in a way, but they have super long tails. Hey Bub. Here he is right in front of me on our side of the fence, eating his cracker. Here's how the lemurs crawl. They're just like... Where did he go? They're just like raccoons. See their high tail? They're a cross between a cat and a raccoon. He likes our cracker. Here he is again. He won't pose for the camera, unfortunately. Hey, Bobby, look at us. Do you see us? See his hands? He's eating his cracker. Hey, Bob. It's like an orangutan. Look how he uses his whole body. Hey there, Bobby.
He's hanging by his tail.
He's got his cracker. Oh, he just dropped it. See how he's on the outside of the fence up on top. And here's the trademark one. He sure likes his cracker. Here's the lemur. Strange animal. Here's the monkey eating fruit. Look how he does that. He balances on his front leg. Or his back one leg. Likes watermelon. And we're almost out of film. Here's a shot one more time of the beautiful, beautiful parrots. We gave him a cracker too. There goes Laura. And there goes Laura. Here's our nice hotel. We stayed in these rooms before, but the last night we decided to stay in one of their cabins, which is farther down the road. There's also a nice water park right next door with a lot of slides, and we even have a pool here. Here's the nice pool, and Laura's gonna put her feet in real quick to cool off, and then we're gonna leave. Nice pool. Say goodbye, honey. Bye. These are the nice cabins, and that's where we stayed last night, in a nice cabin, big, huge room for the bathroom. And we're just about to leave. We just paid our account, and outside in a cage they have this big, huge, I think it's a boa constrictor. It's gigantic. It's a big snake. Yeah, they have all kinds of wildlife here, and it's really pretty.